here from Dargan in Mongolia. Mongolia. That I should not try to throat sing that one.
Yaku, I just came off of like an entire broadcast. I don't need you killing your voice in the first like 10 seconds of this cast, right? The hell are you doing?
You're carrying it. You're carrying it. We are here for the 66th edition of ESL Open Cup Pro Tour Asia Division 66. That's almost like 16. I'm of course your host Yaku of Ducklings, and with me today is La Incubadora de Empresas que dispara su láser, like _VIP. I would ask how you're doing, but I think I know how you're doing.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm doing pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to get any water or anything like that, so I will most likely pass the observer to you for a little bit while I go get water. But before that, of course, yes, we did just have a tournament. We did just cast Battle of the Americas. Mate, it was so hype. Trigger just popped off. He 2-0'd Nina, which was crazy. And then he was able to take down Jimena herself, and Trigger was our champion, mate.
Yeah, first time if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, not a royal road, but it was his first championship, so really hype, real hype.
And you see more hype with the lower Logan donation, but that's gonna be enough of that. I just realized we have a intro we're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
In the bottom right hand corner, the map's running all the way in the bottom right hand corner. The blue Protoss player coming out from Taiwan, representing Alpha X. Nice.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Chinese Protoss player. He is red, representing Invictus Gaming. Team IG, it is MacSed.
Now you probably want to get some water.
Yes. So as I quickly, hold on, give me a second as I just up you a little bit, and I will pass you the observer. And mate, good luck. I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon.
All right, now I'm just trying to quickly figure out how to disable edge scroll. I think that was how you do it. Yep, edge scroll disabled. Beautiful. So starting things off here with a bit of a PvP. Not a matchup that we see, or not an uncommon matchup, rather, I should say, particularly when it comes to MacSed versus Nice. They do face each other fairly often. I believe in Blazing Cup, the recent one that happened, they did meet somewhere in the playoffs. We'll see how much that really changes for now. Nice trying to be a bit more the aggressive player coming down, whereas MacSed a lot more defensive with his Stalkers. Actually, yeah, very defensive. Not making any moves on the map whatsoever. He knows what Nice wants to do to him. And Nice, I mean, he's getting a little bit distracted, so it's pretty good of MacSed to be able to get that block off. Just prevents these adepts from getting across that map, you know. It's only 2 Stalkers at the moment, not the biggest of defenses. Stalkers could get through into the main base if MacSed isn't careful, but he is keeping the probe there. Very diligent. As we move around and see what these adepts really accomplish. Meanwhile, MacSed going for that Stargate, which we kind of expect really for basically every matchup. Oracle first, alright. So we see why MacSed is feeling a bit more comfortable to just hang back with his own Stalkers, because he does have plans to go in with his own form of harassment. But nicely done. He's able to scout what's coming his way, and should just get some defenses back at home. Not a whole lot of anti-air. Well, I say that, but there are 4 Stalkers. Not the best anti-Oracle unit out there, but you never want to underestimate the DPS of Stalkers, especially when it comes to anti-air. Not that they have a bonus or anything. It's you just don't want to underestimate Stalkers, or sentries rather, but don't underestimate Stalkers either. Especially Blink Stalkers. They are a very versatile unit. MacSed starting to converge with everything he's got, basically trapping these probes, but the shield battery is in range, and that Guardian Shell will be keeping them alive for a bit longer too. Popping the battery overcharge, maybe a little bit of an overreaction here from Nice, but in the end, he doesn't lose anything whatsoever. MacSed, meanwhile, losing a couple of his probes to Adepts, and losing even one of his Stalkers too. So, yeah, so far, very well done by Nice. Starting to progress forward into our mid game. Both players want to go for Blink Stalkers. I am putting down my bets. We should put down our bets right now, our wagers rather. Who is the first player to go for Disruptors? Now Blink Disruptor was generally the go-to for the longest time in PvP, but has kind of fallen off a little bit. I would love to see it come back though, especially coming out from Nice. Oh, Larry, back.
Yeah, I am back, and also you just reminded me something. As I do need to do payouts for the finals of Battle of the America. There we go. The predictions were just paid out. We will not do predictions quite yet until at least the semis for ESL Open Cup Asia. But yes, and here we go. Thank you so much for subbing in there for me. And wow, 12 probes actually went down to those 2 oracles.
Yeah, once you get 2 oracles out, you can start to one-shot these probes one by one. You do not even care about the shield battery.
Oh yeah, not at all. But Nice, like, he doesn't care either. He's just pushing out across the map with all those stalkers and sentries that we saw earlier. And what is the ground army looking like for MacSed?
Not particularly impressive. He's got his own Blink Stalkers, and I mean, his Blink is going to be finishing up pretty soon, but how does that compare to even more Stalkers here for Nice, plus a couple of sentries?
Ooh. Yeah, exactly. We do see the shield batteries are coming into play already. One Stalker does get picked off essentially for free, but Overcharge is used for MacSed.
Yeah, and it's going to be making it a little bit trickier for Nice to push in here. I'm loving how diligent he is to snipe out the probes as they come out. Just make sure that they're not able to get that base up. No, wait, actually, he is getting the Nexus.
Yeah, that he is getting the Nexus. Meanwhile, it looks like MacSed is able to just barely hold on here at his natural. At the same time, those oracles, they dive in again.
Yeah, every single bit of anti-air was across the map here for Nice, and MacSed, well aware of that, taking absolute advantage, and has a nice worker lead over here.
Yeah, it's not as big as it was before. Like, it is important that those probes were getting picked off earlier as Nice was across the map. Oh, Nice even hunting down that oracle. Yo, can he find it?
Almost! He blinks on top of it.
Ooh, nicely done there. Nice! By Nice. As
Pleasant.
Yeah, there we go. Pleasant. Astute.
Good. Astute.
Well done.
Well, yeah.
God.
Rare.
It's gonna be one of those casts, isn't it? It's gonna be. Oh no. As we are slowly getting into the swing of things here, again, Nice was able to, for the most part, equalize. I say equalize made. After all of that, Nice is ahead in workers.
Yeah, I guess that's really the advantage of being able to have the third Nexus out a lot quicker. Just pump out probes left and right thanks to Chrono Boost. And I'm a little bit disappointed here, Light. Neither player going for a Robo Bay. So we are just going to be seeing Charge and Archon coming out from Nice, whereas MacSed seems to be Blink Immortal?
Yeah, I'm surprised just because we still don't see any additional tech for MacSed. I imagine we should see something soon, but as you said, right now he's just, he's fine with just Stalkers. The War Prism is done, and now it is MacSed's turn to go across the map.
And he is going to be hitting hard. He's got an Immortal. His +1 has finished up. Nice has finished up Charge, but he does not have any Stalkers here. Stalkers, no, Zealots here to really buffer or provide any extra damage.
Yeah, exactly. The Zealots are coming in here for Nice. The shield battery is behind the army. Overcharge, ooh, popped a little bit early, I feel, but it is still coming into play a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's stemming the tide here of MacSed.
Oh,
Nice is building. Oh! That's why you don't want to blink every Stalker back. You just leave your other units that much exposed. And Nice, I mean, he is stemming the tide for a while, buying himself time to warp in a couple more units. And as long as Nice is able to hold here, he's going to be in a fantastic position, but that's a big if.
Yeah, that is a bit
starting to gain ground.
Yeah, and MacSed he does have the overwhelming amount of Stalkers, but the problem is that Nice, with the defender's advantage, he can just warp in additional Stalkers. You know, he can have another shield battery overcharge if enough time does pass, but it looks like he is forced back for now. Yo, he's pulling the boys.
Oh, this is starting to get a little bit desperate for Nice. He sent a couple of, I believe there was Zealots over across the map to take out a couple of probes. Very good snipe with the War Prism. MacSed has no sustainability here, Light. And what were we saying earlier? Defender's advantage is pretty good.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It's very good.
Yeah, he warps in a massive wave of gateway units here. MacSed, after losing that warp prism, he cannot reinforce whatsoever across the map. And what's important, Nice, he pulled a couple of boys. Nice is still ahead in workers. Like MacSed completely stopped worker production. He was almost essentially all in there looking to kill his opponent.
He pretty much was. It's a bit of a wonkier 3-base all-in coming down from MacSed, but you're not exactly all in the 3-base, are you?
Yeah,
well, there's an opportunity for him to rebuild, but and to reestablish himself economically, but he is still going to be behind for quite some time.
Exactly. He was hoping to end the game then and there, and because he didn't, like, he is behind economically. As you said, we even have a robotics bay on the way for Nice. Like, he's working towards disruptors, but he doesn't have them yet. And MacSed is back.
He has rebuilt this army, and he is back with a vengeance. Nice, only now getting his forge. He's going to be behind on upgrades for so long, and MacSed is looking to exploit that.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that we didn't really get to mention, but MacSed does have +1 over the 0-0 of Nice right now, so MacSed still definitely has an opportunity to push on forward. Once again, Nice, he kind of popped his overcharge prematurely there, a little bit early, and now it was kind of wasted.
He does have a second shield battery here, thankfully, but that's going to run out of energy eventually. The Archon here may be the saving grace for Nice. We can get some splash damage on top of these Zealots, and that's a whole lot of firepower of MacSed just being taken out from this defense, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we both are actually getting body blocked.
They are getting body blocked. Ooh, big offensive blink there by MacSed. He gets on top of everything, taking out all the workers here at the 3rd base. What's important is that Nice, he did finally finish up that disruptor, but it is too late.
GG is called MacSed. With a really good push. A nice push, if you will.
I mean, the first push, Nice held it beautifully. I mean, I must say. But after that, he thought he was safe. He thought he was safe and secure. He's like, ooh, okay, I can get ready for the next stage of the game. Nah, mate. Like, MacSed was not stopping.
He really was not, and Nice just had no idea of that. He wasn't exactly being particularly active on the other side of the map. He had one observer throughout that game. How many times have we got to say it, like, learn from Pig Baby, Protoss players?
Yeah, it's all about that vision, mate.
Yeah, 6 observers. What do you mean you need to supply for army? Nah.
Ah, mate. Not at all.
Observers are counted as army supply. So checkmate.
There you go. There you go. That's your army right there. Observers. That is all you need. But yeah.
They say wit knowing is half the battle. Well, you just secured half.
Yeah, there you go. You know what? Half is greater than none. Beautiful. Beautifully done
nuns,
there. Behind that.
Free room and board.
What is wrong with you? MacSed does take it. I will have to leave said lobby because they started as soon as I joined, and I need to get you in here.
I'm not friends with any of these players.
There we go. There we go.
I almost clicked on the stats lobby.
There we go. There we go. As soon as I joined, they started the countdown, so I couldn't invite you, and I was like, ugh, oh god. But they were kind enough to re-invite me after I left, and we are diving in into game number 2. Mate, they really wanted to get into that game.
They really do. They're eager. Well, this is ESL Asia for you. If you're not on top of getting into lobbies, players are just gonna start.
They will leave you behind, mate, in the dust.
They don't even care.
Man, they don't even care, mate.
If you were holding them back, then they're leaving you behind. But speaking of leaving behind, we are now on Blackburn LE. It burns. Maybe burns around the if you like to look around the edges of the map, there are like some vents that are on fire. You got like repair bots every now and then. It's a floating platform that's about to crash. It doesn't matter who wins or loses.
I love that repair bot.
Really.
Look at him go.
Why is it climbing?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was like tightening the screws, but yes.
Well, I mean, you can do both. Shoot bolts. In the bottom right-hand corner, map starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, where that repair boy's at. We have the blue Protoss player coming out from Taiwan. He is representing Alpha X. the best player from Taiwan. He is. Nice.
And spawning in the top, bottom, even left-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Chinese Protoss player hailing from the land, as I said, of China, representing this man himself, SC Boy with Invictus Gaming. Team IG. It is MacSed.
Boy.
Just holding on him.
Boy. Even looks like he's going like, boy!
Boy, let's go.
Let's go SC, boy!
Oh god, yes. Shout out to SC Boy, you know, as well as 1F, I believe. They carry the Chinese scene on their back.
Pretty much. Anyone who has to convince investors to start esports teams in StarCraft 2. By the way, speaking of carry, look at that gas seal.
Oh my god, oh, nice. Ugh. Man after my heart.
It's already won. Let's go.
Exactly.
Give him the EPT points now.
Wrap it up, MacSed. What are you doing here? Get out of the game. As Nice, he's all over the place. He steals the gas, he delays the natural, throws down a cyber core, but he's not the only one, as MacSed does the same on the other side of the map.
Nice doesn't even care. He is not even attacking that pylon. Immediately sends the Adept across the map.
Oh yeah. Man, he doesn't want to expand. What are you on about? What? PvP?
Player who expands first, yeah. They lose.
You expand.
Usually it's Purple Live. No! The soccer keeps going for the probe.
The slow zone.
He didn't even need to go into the slow zone. Feels bad, man.
Yo, but at the same time, we do have an Adept here for Nice. He does kill a probe of MacSed. Not just that, but the Adept, it is in the mineral line, forces all the probes off the line. And
he can start two-shotting the probes every now and then. Target firing on point, gets 3 of the probes, which is more than usual when it comes to a single Adept. And oh my.
Oh, drum away,
nice, you need to not reveal your hand. Oh, MacSed doesn't suspect.
He doesn't. Nicely done there. That probe gave his life for the cause. But at the same time, MacSed is throwing down 3 proxy gateways.
I love DCU maps, like
things are popping off. So MacSed is going straight up 4-gate Blink Stalker right now. Meanwhile, Nice, he does have a pylon here, so he can sneak an Adept into the mineral line to kill workers. But what are a couple of workers to the entire game with the amount of pressure that's about to come out here from MacSed?
Yeah, it's not looking too pleasant right now for Nice. Even the Void Ray coming out here. When you get enough Stalkers, you can really start to just 1 or even 2-shot these Void Rays.
I love this from MacSed. What's so important is that he's drawing the army away here to the right-hand side. He doesn't want to reveal his hand. Not yet.
And Nice does not suspect a thing. Meanwhile... Actually, no, he hasn't warped in for that pylon.
Yeah, so it's the gas.
Still has that gas, yeah.
I completely understand.
Kind of impressive.
Yeah, honestly, it does come into play, especially because, like, gas mining is so important even when you're going for stalkers. Like, it does come into play. Oh my god.
The Void Ray! To be warping in 2 at a time! We can only warp in 1. This Void Ray should go down. There we go. Nexus not available to overcharge the battery just yet, so it is running out of energy. And it's just unable to keep that healing rate up.
Meanwhile, at the same time, the Adepts, they do warp into the main base of MacSed, and oh my god, the economy of MacSed being hurt even more here as 6 Adepts go down. Sorry, probes go down, and the Adepts are still alive.
I think what's even bigger than that is that MacSed was supposed to warp in defensively at home. Those Stalkers in his mineral line are not here in the front to help against these Void Rays.
Oh no.
The Oracle comes in. It is only a single Oracle, but still, so you don't want to get stasis warded. Okay, good denial.
Nice denial there. Hopefully, hopefully Nice. Yeah, hopefully Nice does escape with that Oracle and doesn't lose it needlessly. What I love is that MacSed, he just like just took these guys on a trip and went like all the way around, like in a big circle around the proxy. And the problem is that Nice, now he's across the map and he's gonna depower the gate.
That he will. Now, the majority of MacSed's production is still up and running, but you don't want to underestimate how much even the additional warp-in can really hurt. Not that MacSed's going to be able to warp in much. He just has no gas.
Yeah, he really does not. Meanwhile, 3 Adepts warp in as well. GG gets called. MacSed, he never even saw the pylon.
I had the biggest smile on my face. Like, this was a PvP on a map.
It was. Oh my god, mate, these guys are just built different. I love it. I love it. Like, what's a shame is that that proxy 4 gate, or proxy 3 gate, I guess, never came into play. I don't think he he was never able to warp in across the map efficiently. As you were saying, he kept being forced to warp in at home instead. He never saw the pylon. The Adepts were dealing damage. Like, there were void rays to defend. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he had to warp in at home. He didn't have gas.
Yeah.
This is why we said right at the start, when Knife stole that gas, he won the game. And you know what? He won the game. So never doubt us again.
Exactly. Just, it was all, you know why? It was all because of that gas steal.
Exactly.
Nicely done there. By Nice, well executed. And now we are going in to that ace match. Oh, as we remake the lobby because there was no WCS.
Rip game hard. We got a hard game. The game hard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the players are remaking their lobby. I mean, we are getting ready to dive in to that ace match. Thankfully, we were able to find a series. I mean, I know we started later than we would have liked, because there were a couple of players that were MIA, unfortunately, but we finally did find one.
Yeah, Ranger.
Mate, don't call him out like that. What do you? We love you, Ranger. We love you. Oh god. But yes, unfortunately, there were a couple of players missing. Like, we wanted to cast Haas, but Haas was missing. Vivid was missing as well. Oh god, even MacSed took like 10 minutes or so to show up. But thankfully he did. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had that game.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of players are readjusting to the new schedule.
That they are.
Coming down. It is fairly early for a hashtag esports lifestyle.
You say that, you know who isn't affected by this?
Parting.
Yeah, Parting.
Who is surprisingly has the most standard sleep schedule out of any player.
Mate, he is zen, man. He wakes up on time, he goes to bed on time, he's full of that Buddha blend, mate. He's all over it.
Really is. He streams, he like mukbang streams every now and then. Trying to remember, there was one time he had like a guest in his house and she just like roasted him the entire time. But regardless, we are now on Jagannatha KBBLE. We're in the top right hand corner of the map, starting all the way to the top right hand corner. We have the blue Protoss player. He is coming down from Taiwan, the #1 player from Taiwan. He is representing Adequate Alpha X. He is the adequate. He is the good. He is the well done. He is nice.
Mate, he's the medium rare, okay?
He is.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Chinese Protoss player. He is red. He is representing Team Invictus Gaming. Team IG. It is MacSed.
Boy. I see, boy.
Oh my hands. We have the first of many PvPs, potentially. Like, before we get too ahead of ourselves, did you see who signed up today?
I did.
And the big one.
But he wasn't able to check in.
Do you see who checked in today? Again, we haven't had too many Terran players, but yo, Cure, he's here today. He woke up.
He is. Surprisingly, honestly. But but I suppose. Oh wait, how are we on GSL spoilers?
When was GSL? Yesterday?
Thursday?
Thursday? No spoilers. No spoilers.
All right. You're just saying that because you haven't watched it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Look,
then.
I've been busy casting, all right? Oh god, but yeah, it's cool to see that Cure is here. Not just that, Solar is here as well for Zerg players. This was something that we were missing last week. Like last week we had a very minimal representation by the other races. So yeah, it's cool to see at least some big names that can go far here in this tournament.
Yeah, last week I'm pretty sure it was just special for the non-Protoss players when we got to the quarterfinals.
Yep,
something like that.
Yep.
Everybody else played Protoss. We had, I think, Vivid make it there. We had Parting, Zest, who actually didn't sign up this week, surprisingly.
We had Zest, we had Zan, we had Trap. Yeah, a lot of big names. But yeah, you're right. Like, I wonder what's going on with Zest. I mean, there must be, like, I don't know, maybe some kind of family emergency going on or something. Or maybe there's another StarCraft event.
I mean, most people will probably say, oh, Zest, he's going to be playing in GSL later this week. He wants to, like, hide his builds.
Nah, man.
These people have clearly not watched ESL NA and ESL Asia during IEM Katowice.
Yeah. The day before his IEM group, man, he doesn't care. He's playing in everything, mate. He was the only player who played in the weeklies. Like, oh my god. And he made bank because of it.
He really did.
And he still performed well in IEM Katowice. Like,
yeah, all the way to the finals.
So maybe these guys should take a page out of Zest's book here and sign up more often.
Preferably non-Protoss players.
Yeah, preferably.
But I mean, I guess I'm open to like Sound and SOS and people like that signing up more.
Hey, it's been a while since we've casted SOS. It's been a while.
It has.
I miss him. Get him back. Bring him back. Team Envy.
I was gonna say, buddy, get on it.
Yeah. Goddamn. Meanwhile, of course, oh my god, Nice did actually commit to the shade because he did focus down 2 sentries.
And that's already a massive pickoff coming up here. MacSed did not go for a Stargate this time. Yeah, did not go for a Stargate, so he does not have a way to scout what Nice is going for across the map without those halooks. Not having those sentries also means a lot less force fields as the game goes on. No Guardian Shell in case of an emergency. Absolutely massive pickoff. And when you combine it with 7 probes, potentially 8. 7 probes.
8
probes. 9, Jesus.
Oh no, and you know what? He even gets into the main. Oh, but meanwhile on the other side of the map, MacSed he did just send his adepts, and we'll see how much damage he can get done. Looks like nowhere near as much because the force fields are on point. There is an army here, unlike for MacSed, and with this, all 4 adepts will go down.
If that doesn't prove how vital sentries are to this matchup, I don't know what will.
Yeah, I just realized that he even hallucinated some stalkers.
Might as well.
Might as well. So MacSed he tried to do some counter damage, but he didn't deal anywhere near as much damage. He was able to get 1 sentry and a handful of probes, but that's nothing compared to the damage that he sustained. But despite all of that, worker counts are still relatively equal.
They are, kind of surprisingly. MacSed focusing a lot more on his economy early in the game, whereas Nice going instead for, more of his harass and trying to tech up. He's the first player to go for a Warp Prism, as MacSed looks like he's trying to do what he did in game number 1. Blink +1 push.
Yeah, we do have a +1 on the way. Blink is done for both players, so MacSed will have that upgrade advantage. But as we've seen, upgrade advantage is great and all, maybe when you're fighting in the middle of the map, but when you're fighting and your opponent has defender's advantage, like the pure amount of stalkers, the sheer amount of stalkers matters so much more. On top of that, shield batteries and overcharge.
And Guardian Shell.
It's, force fields and everything, yeah. Just everything, really, Oh, he's gonna blink in.
Everything in. It's a perfect blend. He does venture blink in, but with only 4 stalkers, let's see how much this can really get done. MacSed, he has a very good scout here in the main base, but most importantly, he's thinking, where's your army? Why aren't you sending your army back here to deal with my harass?
I hope he's thinking that because there we go. He gets a sentry and then he force fields the ramp.
Beautifully done. Now MacSed can blink on top here, but he blinks into the least opportune position right now. Every single production building is depowered. MacSed trying to repower that as much as he can. The Warp Prism goes down. No more sustainability here for Nice, but this is still a massive army regardless. A lot of probes going to go down, but MacSed actually getting the much better end of that as he sent a couple of adepts to harass.
Yeah, honestly, the adept harassment did an insane amount of damage. Regardless, Nice did come out on top when it comes to the amount of workers killed, but he is down in that worker count. To be fair, he's not done. He still has these stalkers across the map. He's still dealing some more damage, trying to focus down as many workers as he can, but he will get cleaned up.
Whoa, that was a scrap fest.
Yeah, that was intense.
Maybe not a scrap fest, but that went down to the mud. Both players throwing groin shots at each other.
And in the end, MacSed did come out on top a little bit there. Not just that, but +1 did finish, you know, after that engagement, so he still has that upgrade advantage. Meanwhile, Nice, like, he still has to work on his own. He still doesn't even have +1, and MacSed is already working on +2.
Does he have a forge?
No. No forge, mate.
Nice.
Oh boy.
This is not a good scenario, to say the least. This isn't very nice for him.
It's not. I mean, being at a 1 upgrade disadvantage isn't the biggest of deals, but 2 upgrades, that's gonna be huge for MacSed. So we'll see if maybe all he has to do is just like defend at home, just wait for the upgrade to finish, and then push out, mate.
Pretty much. And when you're ahead 2 upgrades, that's when numerical superiority really matters a lot less. Nice, even with the defender's advantage, even with the amount of gateways and warpins he's going to get there, they're just going to get shot down as they come out.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe he knows how behind he is, so he's trying to make up for that fact. He's throwing down more gateways. He's working on charge. There we go. Finally, the forge, but it is so late. We'll see if the game lasts long enough for him to get any upgrades.
Time to throw down shield batteries and cannons just everywhere.
Oh boy.
Probably not the best use of this.
He's got 2. He's got 2 right now. 2 shield batteries at his third base. What's scary is that MacSed he's working on that Warp Prism. Once the Warp Prism is done, I imagine he's going to be pushing out across the map with his army. Yeah, let's go.
He's going to push out before. No, he's going to wait for it. There we go.
And here we go. And what's important is that +2 is on the way, and by the time it finishes, he would already be across the map. Nice, only now starting to get his +1. There is no scenario, unless MacSed suddenly just dances every single unit and it gets shot down by Nice. I do not see Nice holding this whatsoever. He's not only ahead in the upgrades, he's overtaken the army supply, or I guess not even an army supply, but still. Ooh, 1 shield battery already taken out before it really comes into play at all. Obviously the big thing is overcharge. Like if Nice's fights within overcharge range, then maybe he can win the engagement, but there's no shield batteries in range.
Big if. That there is not. MacSed or Nice trying to bait MacSed into those shield batteries, but MacSed not taking it whatsoever. A couple of stalkers here trying to flank, but look at how big those upgrades are. Like, GG's call. MacSed will be taking that series 2-1. Going to be advancing to face somebody I did not check in the next round. Going to be facing the winner of Stats versus Gemini. Oh, going to be facing Stats already. Just refresh your bracket.
GG, well played. MacSed does take it down a nice 2-1 in a pretty intense series. Honestly, I loved the game that they had on Blackburn. Blackburn was so intense and so insane, but here in this game, nice. He did struggle a little bit, and yeah, as you said, now MacSed is going up against Stats. Do we want to follow MacSed into his next series or jump into Cyan versus Haas?